my goodness. Well, here I am, and we'll just see what happens here. If anyone shows up for the live or not. Well, as you can see, I've got my hoagie light back here. There you go. Hoagie lights. Sorry about the noise. The heater is coming on. So, hi, Auntie. Happy Friday. Oh, mercy. I'm hanging in. Yeah, I'm hanging in. How is the sound? Is it okay? Because the heater is on and I know it's loud. Let me see if I can move this up a little bit. Sound is okay? Okay, good deal. Yeah, I was just worried because it's right above my head and I've got the heat on here a little bit. So, what is our topic this evening? Or reading? Oh, hello. Hello, Michelle Sanchez from Puerto Rico. Yeah, my son is half Puerto Rican. My daughter is half Chinese and my son is half Puerto Rican. Oh my goodness. Oh, do we have a topic we wanted to discuss this evening or a reading? My pronunciation is excellent. Thank you. Yeah, my last name used to be Miranda. Let's see. California DA, Chesapeake has been placed in a position of being recalled. Will he remain in his position or be recalled? Okay, California DA. Let's take a look-see. Will he retain his position or be recalled? Well, we've got looking at the past. People are going to be looking at his past things, the transformations, what's happened, what hasn't. We may have some whistleblowers, etc. And we have some information, kind of misbegotten information. Okay, so we'll pick another couple cards and see what it's going to say. But it doesn't look like all the information coming out is the high priestess, and this was overturned. Okay, so yeah, hidden things maybe coming to light. Okay, about some of his duties, his actions as a leader. So looks like maybe they will, maybe he will be recalled. We'll have to see. Okay. I can't remember the name of the deck. I'd have to look when I get home because I have it in this. So I don't have it in the case it came in. So I have to look and see. But I know you can get it on Amazon. That I do know. COVID is spiking in many states. Will we have more lockdowns in the next couple of months? Will there be more lockdowns in the next couple of months? Well, we have indoor family time. We need to use some good information. New information may be coming out, and tower moments, okay? So I think it's going to be mainly hitting families. I don't think it's going to be so much a lockdown, okay, as the warning for families, because wintertime, you spend your time indoors with the family more. So I think that's where it's going to hit. I don't think people are going to be out going to, bars and restaurants and things that much versus being with the family. Are turkeys expensive? I don't know. I live alone. How often would I buy a big turkey for myself? So maybe somebody else can answer her that has family. Will the DOJ arrest him to bring him in? Let's see. Well, I know they'll arrest him if he doesn't turn himself in. But let's look and see what's going to happen with Bannon. Okay. Well, I think thank you, Michelle. I do so appreciate that. Okay. We have, that the ones he's working with are going to be watching what's going on. The Queen has spoken. This is coming down the pike, and we will have a celebration. This is usually my thing for the White House or our stability. So it looks like maybe he will turn himself in, okay? Because he knows now there's no getting away. He can't ignore this. It's a arrest warrant coming out for him, okay? Yeah, the meat is going up. All the meat is going up. $14 coupon for turkey. Wow. Yeah, they said, if you can now and you've got a big freezer, stock up, because they say the prices in meat are going to be rising pretty rapidly soon. But let's pull some cards and see on that. What about meat prices? Yeah, there's, maybe there's a little spin to it when it comes to, it looks like they might be doing a bit of price gouging. Okay, we need a little justice with it because they're going to stand up, take action. So I think it's like anything, when it gets, things get in demand more, they're going to raise the price. So they're going to gouge us with it. So let's see who else. Stone Marble. Hello. Annie Sri Krishnji. Did I say that right? Tara Singh. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the thumbs up. I do so appreciate it, everyone. People won't be able to afford it, so meat will sit and go to waste. Sad. Well, hopefully not. And Oh, thank you, Vigil. I do so appreciate it. If you have a little extra funds, I know the grocery stores that I shop at, a lot of times they have the bags ready that you can purchase to give to a needy family. So if you have a few extra bucks, usually they're 5, 10 bucks, something like that. Think about donating to a family. Um, so I know they do that here at Sprouts. They have bags ready for purchase, and they give them out to needy families for Thanksgiving and Christmas meals, etc., etc., etc. Do you like my Hogarth? Woo! Oh, I thank you, Vigil. I thank you. That's so sweet of you. Yeah, don't break the bank trying to give. If you've got extra and you enjoy the channel, it is well appreciated, but we don't want to take food out of anybody's mouths here. That's for sure. Okay. You like the sparkle? I like the sparkle too, but I usually only have it when I'm in here. Okay. But yeah, it's fun. I like to be out here in the evening, and I have all my planets and stuff up on the ceiling, so that's fun. Now you see why I like to come to the van. I wake up and I see the sunrise, and it's so pretty. Really do enjoy that. What are our other topics? Our other topics and questions, etc., etc. Yeah, this evening I'm trying to have the Ovaltine. It's not the same as coffee, I have to say, but I'm gonna try to get used to it. We'll see. Is it busy at the lake? It is really, really low. Yeah, but it is pretty busy here. So many people bought RVs and stuff when the pandemic hit. And so, Ritterhouse, I got that he's going to be convicted. I've already read on that. But where I parked, I have an empty space on either side of me, and it was the only one that was out open like that for an empty space. So yeah, there's quite a few people out here. But yeah, the lake is horribly low. It looks like you can walk across it in waders. It's just we really need it. John the Baptist, or Yeshu, his Hebrew name. Okay. I didn't know John the Baptist's name was Yoshu. I know Yeshua was Jesus's name, Yeshua. Yeshua ben Joseph, isn't that it? Okay, must have missed that. Yeah. Will a majority of countries join together at the climate change summit to commit to a much lower use of fossil fuel? Some are, but it's not really. You know what? I'm going to grab some other cards and just see what it has for that. I'm going to grab some other deck here and just see what I get about the climate change happenings. Because it looks like, they have people going, but they're not really overly committed, I don't think it's a slam dunk. Let's put it that way. Okay. In the center, we have gates, trying to get them to walk through the gates to commit. What about the fossil fuel? Yeah, underneath of it, we have them planting seeds. Okay. Planting seeds for it. Doesn't mean you're going to have a big harvest. Okay. Is it too soon to celebrate Bannon's indictment? Well, we'll have to see how much time he actually gets. Okay. And that will set the tone for the rest of them. Hopefully he gets a heavy one. And then they'll think twice, you know. Okay, so what I get with it, we have the gates, trying to get them to walk through. We're talking about the path forward. Underneath of it, we have the potential, trying to get the seeds planted. But there's a lot of things, again, up in the air when it comes to it. And it's individual, case by case basis, and depending on their leadership. Okay. So, yeah, it's doesn't feel to be a slam dunk. It's kind of, they're taking it under advisement, and some are going to do things, and then some are just going to kind of underneath of it, yeah, try to get away with it. Some of them are going to try to get away with things, even though, you know, this stuff is hanging over your heads with climate change. Okay. So we'll have to see. Yeah, it's a start. It's a start that he's been indicted. Okay. It's a start that they're going to actually start handing out some consequences. So let's hope that he gets a heavy one rather than just a slap on the wrist and, you know, gets out of it too easily. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Oh, my goodness. So, what else do we have to discuss this evening? Oh, thank you, April. Love to you too. I do appreciate it. Well, you know, the person that's been trolling my channel has gone in today for hip replacement. So just send her good vibes, okay? Because I know that's going to be tough to recover from. And she just wants to get up and be able to go out and dance again. So let's hope she heals quickly and she can get out there and go dance and do whatever it is she's going to go do. Um, you know, so send her some good vibes. Writing. Yeah, well, sometimes, yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. I understand where you're coming from. Yeah, exactly. It's too early to get excited. We have to wait and see what they do in court. Okay. But they're expecting him to turn himself in on Monday rather than having to do the perp walk. Okay. Um, so we'll have to see. Oh, you see one of the oh, Mr. Max. Yeah, that's Mr. Max is over there. There he is. Mr. Max, and then Missy May is on the other side. She's over here. There she is. She's they're all comfy. Yeah. Comfy dogs. Are you comfy, Mr. Max? Yeah. Happy guy? Yeah. Yeah, they're good. They're good. They're good dogs. I can't complain. Missy May likes it in here. Now she's not. No, don't step on the computer, Missy May. You'll cut it off. She's. Oh. Sorry about that. Now she's going to want to come over here. There we go. All right. What May? They're price gouging. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you know, every bit of time they can use to get more money for something, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. So, yeah, she heard her name. All right, now leave that alone, May. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? She's going to try to get on my lap. So, anyway, will Mayor Eric Adams of New York do a good job and help the boroughs of New York? Okay, let's pull some cards and see what we have for him. They're adorable. They're pretty cute. Yeah. Missy May has done well since she came to live with me. Although the day I got her, she came from a Russian family. They were going back to Russia. And the first 2 hours in the car, she was howling for them to come get her. It was pitiful. It was pitiful. She's like, she's stealing me. Oh, and she just was howling and howling and howling. Okay, well, it looks like this is about what type of energy will it be there? Underneath the challenge is about the finances. Finances, what are they going to do? Conscious thoughts are about some spin. Okay. The way he sees himself as sort of an advocate trying to get the money in. But over here we have that he's feeling like maybe he's not getting enough support. We've got the knives in the back and then some tough decisions. So it doesn't look like he's going to have an easy time of it. Okay. Let's see. Funny to hear Fox hosts complain about prices when they make millions. Yeah. Yet you feel sorry for them. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Yeah. No mayor's got it easy. Okay. So he's going to have a lot of opposition and yeah, it's going to be difficult. You've heard other mediums and tarot readers talk about what? Talk about, oops. Talk about, oops. What were they talking about? Systems failing. Well, we have a lot of hackers and things, you know, coming in. That's going on, and I think we're going to continue to have that type of things. Banking and things, systems failing. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have so much the banking system failing as you know, some of the stock prices and stuff like that's going to be up and I would just watch if you have money in Bitcoin and stuff like that. Okay. What about our governments? What about our governments? What did you want to know about the governments? Okay. I'm getting that, you know, that Biden's having a rough time. Of course, the Republicans are going to fight him tooth and nail on every single thing. Will they change? Well, eventually, but not in the right near future. They're not going to change. But eventually, yeah, they will. But right now, we're just trying to dig ourselves out of the muck. Okay. Um, Banks have made billions in overdraft fees from the poor. Yeah, I mean the poor are the ones that always get. If you make X amount of dollars and you got it in the bank, you don't have to pay fees. Only the poor pay fees. Okay. Um, but the rich don't have to pay the fees. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense at all. Those that can afford to pay it don't pay anything, and those that can't have everything levied on them. So, again, doesn't make any kind of sense. Things are going to change eventually, but it's not going to be within the next year or so. Okay. Um, yeah. Unfortunately. Okay, what can you tell us? Can you tell us any good news? Is there some good news around the corner? Can you tell us any kind of good news? Do we have something positive to look forward to? Okay, when it comes to financial monitoring, we're going to have those that need to work together. Because there are those that are trying to get away with things. So maybe they will start doing some monitoring. Yeah, Biden administration taking a strong stance to move things forward. Taking action. So maybe some of them might come together and take some strong stance against some of the banking system, etc. But it might not be, until the second part of his being in office. It's going to be a while, but it looks like maybe there will be some sort of monitoring of banking systems or some of the big, they wanted to break up some of the big companies too. So that might happen as well. What was it that, wasn't it Bernie Sanders and someone else was talking about breaking up some big companies? Okay. So we'll have to see. Will the electric grid be interfered with by a foreign power? It was Bernie, yeah. So maybe that's going to come up again. Maybe that will come up again, but not right, real soon. A little later in the administration, they might be looking more into the banking system and some of the great big companies and be able to, break them up. Okay, electric power grid. Well, this would be the energy system. We have those working together to make a sweeping change. So I think we've got people monitoring that, and trying to put into place things to make it much more difficult for them to break in to the energy system. So I think that they've, seen the writing on the wall, and they do have people in there that are working feverishly on that type of thing. Doesn't mean that they won't break in, but it looks like they're really taking that seriously, and especially with the winter coming, we don't want people to be dying in the cold because they've hacked that system. So, yeah. Yeah, thank you, April. Welcome. Let's hope that they get some better fuel things going in the near future. Let me look and see about that. Let's just pull some cards. What can you tell us about energy going forward in the future? Oh, they got the Navy got the ship named after Harvey Milk. Wow, that's good news. That's good news. Yeah, I was living in San Francisco when he got killed. That was a horrible thing. Horrible thing. Well, the first card we have out is Hero. Hero. So maybe somebody's going to come up with some good ideas about, but blind. That's not so good. So let's see. Maybe I got too excited too quickly. Let's see what else we have. Blind. Hero. Yeah, because they need to get away from the coal and do other industries that are going to help the country. Okay, well, maybe it says we've got some new truth, some new stuff coming out. Looks like maybe a younger inventor or something. Gratitude, above it, gratitude. Okay, that there's somebody that's maybe instead of being blind, they're opening their eyes to it and they're willing to work together and become a hero. Okay, so maybe somebody is opening their eyes and we've got younger people. It looks like somebody younger is going to come up with something. Just like we have, what's her name, Thurman, or what's her name, that's doing the climate change and really let Trump have it. So, you know, some of these kids coming up, Greta Thunberg, yeah, Greta. Yeah, you know, we have some of these kids coming up. I mean, geniuses coming up, and they're doing things with COVID and all sorts of stuff. It's amazing, and you don't usually hear about it. And it's a lot of people of color are coming up, just brilliant kids, scientists coming up with amazing things. So maybe they will come up with some new technology for the energy. Okay. Did I hear about Hindu worshippers celebrating Chant Puja festival? They went into the river holding up offerings. They were inadvertently going into toxic polluted water. So I hope they'll be okay. Well, they've been going into the Ganges for years. Okay, it's very polluted, you know, and they'll drink the sacred waters out of there, and they're burning and throwing dead bodies in there and everything. But yeah, this has been going on forever in India. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, you see, when you live there, you see bloated animals, you see bodies, you see babies thrown into the Ganges, and yeah, all sorts of stuff. Especially if you're going in around where they're burning in Benares, where everybody wants to come and die because you get liberated quickly if you die there. So in Varanasi. So a lot of people will make the pilgrimage there when they're very ill because they want to die in Varanasi. Okay. So yeah, that's been, like I said, that's been going on forever. And oh my goodness, I went one year to the Kumbh Mela and it was so freezing, you cannot believe it. You cannot believe how cold it was. And yeah, even in Rishikesh or Haridwar, that water is freezing because it comes down from the mountains, the Himalayas. That water comes out, and if you've ever been up there and you see where the Ganges begins, it's called the Breen, and this water is just coming out of the rock. This water is coming out of the rock, and that's the start of the Ganges. So you can actually go up and see it. And like I said, that water is ice cold. But they do have some hot springs up in the Himalayas, and those are wonderful if you get to the hot spring. Yeah. Putin's health and political life for the coming year. Okay, Putin's health and political life. How is Hootie doing? Hootie's health. Winter. Okay, we have winter. The time of cold. So it's a time of dampening down. It's not a time of rejuvenation. Grounded. I get he's trying to hold on. Maybe he's been doing too much, trying to hold on. Grounded, the winter. Things are rapidly changing. Something is coming in. Again, trying to work on things. And above it, we have retreat. Retreat. So it looks like, he's going to kind of maybe be down for the count with some things. I think he's been trying to work on things, and his health may take a turn for the worse. Okay. I did a reading on Biden's health just a while ago. And he may eventually have to give up the presidency, turn it over to he may have to turn it over to the vice president because of his health eventually. His birthday's on November 20th. Yeah. I think his severe anemia is not. Yeah, the other day I had a real scary thing. I went to the VA and they asked you for your full social. I could not remember it to save my life. It finally popped in, but that was scary. I've never had that happen where all of a sudden I blanked out and I couldn't remember it. But it has to do with this anemia being so bad it is affecting things. So, yeah, not fun. Not fun at all. But, oh, thank you. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. Yeah, thumbs up. I do appreciate it. It's wonderful that you're coming here. It's such short notice. Sylvia Brown predicted that president in office would be ill and possibly pass. Well, he's up there in age. He's up there in age, and this is really a lot of stress. He's really got a lot to dig us out from. Yeah, she did die. She passed. Sylvia Brown passed, but she made that prediction before. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Well, like I said, I've got an appointment coming up, though, the 24th for the hematology department. And so we'll see. I just said, I want to be around for my daughter's wedding that's coming up in February. And if they don't do something, I could not be here in February because it's going down pretty quickly. So we'll see. Yes, I'm back in the van. I'm out here for the next 5 days, so I'm going to enjoy my time out here. Will Ukraine be safe from invasion from Putin in the coming year? Let's look about Ukraine. What about Ukraine and Putin? What's going to happen with that? What about Ukraine and Putin? What about Ukraine and Putin? What can you tell us about that? Well, we have ones in charge. There will be some judgments coming down. Okay. We've got the swords. And looking for something to move, to come in. Losses. So it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Let's hope something changes. But as far as this is saying that he's going to want to try to invade, yeah. Kremlin was denying they were going to invade. Well, I hope that the cards are wrong, because it's looking like, he's going to try to move that forward. Unless somebody else steps up to the plate. Let's look and see. Yeah, you can't trust the Kremlin. I mean, like I say, he looks like he's got the beady eyes of a rat, Will somebody else step in? It's, when it comes to having somebody there with the strength, we've got some funny business back there as well that's doing deals with Pooty. So we'll have to see what happens, but that's awful odd. Somebody back there cozying up to Pooty. So yeah. Will the U.S. intervene? Let's ask about the U.S. But somebody else that that maybe they were counting on isn't going to be there. What about the U.S.? What about the U.S. intervening with Ukraine? Will the U.S. step up if needed? Okay. Possibly. We have a defense there. We have a shield being put up. So it's possibly that the U.S. would step in if they need to. Okay. So yeah, if there was an actual invasion, they may send some people in to aid. Somebody else that looks like Ukraine was hoping with, or hoping would aid them. Somebody's doing backdoor deals, looks like, with Pooty. So I don't know who that would be. Let me check something. Could it be Ukraine itself, head of government? Are they doing something backdoor? Are they selling out? We have taking some action, starting action, yeah, with money, long-term money. Okay, yeah. It could be somebody in Ukrainian government that's doing some backdoor deals. That, and I hope that's wrong. You were watching an old video giving Shaktipat to a young man that I was saying Diksha was given to awaken his Kundalini. So I was curious what happens during Diksha. Okay. Well, I don't know which one that is. I'm taking it's not the one where I was doing the blowing, the air Shakti thing. Because that one was done in India. It was that one. Okay. Yeah, that was just working to awaken his Kundalini, which it did. And he has come back. If you look at the comments in that section, he's doing well. Okay. He did come back to let me know that he's doing fine, that it did awaken it. And he was continuing forward with it. Yeah. Sending some Om vibes, always good to have. Om. Yeah. So, yeah, I was glad that he came back to let me know that he's doing well, that he is, continued forward and is doing well. Yeah. So I think we're going to close this out. I was going to only stay on for half an hour today. We're up here at 46 minutes already. Oh my goodness. I just don't want to overly tire and stuff with this going on now. So we're going to close this down for now. And it looks like the internet is holding well. So I should be fine for a go with Hodiga tomorrow. So tomorrow at 4 p.m. will be Mountain Standard Time, 4 p.m. I will be on with Hogarth and Diane. Okay. So thank you, much love and light, and we'll see you online. Thank you for those that donated and for the thumbs up. I do so appreciate them both. And I'll see you online. Much love and light to everyone.